I had to go through my phone and do some monetization on these videos. I'm up, y'all. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Drinking some fresh H2O. I'm gonna cover the name up because I don't want nobody having no problem with me drinking no water. You know, you gotta be careful. When you're in the YouTube world, you gotta follow all the rules. Quick. We're gonna get this done. Get this done. Get this done. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Lost the glove somewhere. I don't know where. I don't find it today. I find it enough. Let's get it going. Y'all already know what time it is. So today been a hell of a day, cause everybody always be asking about why I keep my dogs in cages. It's cruel and it's not right, and it's cruel and ain't right to keep them in cages. But the dog I don't keep in the cage, the dog I don't keep in the cage, the motherfucker wanted to act stupid with me. Go back outside. Go. Go get that water. Go with it. Go. The big dog, his old crazy self, he called himself getting mad at me because I was putting a dang on one of them, I took his collar off and was gonna put a harness on him. And he ain't want the harness on him, so he wanted to act like he wanted to get tough. And I almost had to Mike Tyson him. Cause he think he Mike Tyson. But he don't know, shoot, I'm Mike Tyson too, so both of us can't be Mike Tyson. And if we both Mike Tyson, it's gonna be a hell of Mike Tyson versus Mike Tyson. I'm gonna be the Mike Tyson in the beginning stage when Mike Tyson first came out and he first made his name. That's which Tyson I'm gonna be, and he gonna be the Tyson right now that just lost to that dude. So he better figure it out. But he just made me realize when you got them type of dogs, when you got dogs like South African Barbers, you gotta really, sometimes just to be on the safe side, even though, you know, a lot of people will tell you that my dog ain't gonna never try to do this or that to me, and it may not, but just to be on the safe side, I would tell anybody to just always have a muzzle on deck, just in case you need it. Cause you know, they might not want to do what you want them to do at the time. And you just might have to have a muzzle, cause he might want to blur up or don't want to cooperate. So your best thing to do is to get a muzzle and just have it. Just in case you need it, would be my advice to anybody. If you got a big dog and weigh over 100 pounds, always have always have I just said that word, a muzzle. Always have a muzzle like that. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Especially when you dealing with big dogs. It's always better to be safe than sorry, because if that big dog decide he wanna go ahead and I'm finna do my thing, and then when you trying to do something to him, like give him a shot or something like that, and he might not want to go for it today, the best thing to do is just have a muzzle, just to be on the safe side, and put it on them just to be safe, because everybody think they dog is, they got, a lot of people figure and say, oh, my dog ain't gonna never do that to me. And I guarantee you, that's the same thing them brothers said who got killed by their dogs. So just to start this video off, let's have a moment of silence for the people that died behind dog attacks, and the people that died from their own dogs killing them. So let's just have a quick moment of silence. All right, thank you. 100, y'all. Agree, love y'all for that. My dogs, I love y'all too for being quiet for a change. They ain't make all that noise when we was having a moment of silence, and that's unusual. But they didn't. See, that's how God works. For the people that's God-fearing people, God can control any situation. He can change your heart anytime. You can hate a person with everything in you, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you can just let that hate go. And you be trying to figure it out, like, man, I straight up used to hate him. And then now all of a sudden, you need to drink some water, man. Quit trying to eat every damn thing. Yeah, and all of a sudden, you can get that hate up and be like, I used to hate this brother, and y'all could almost probably become best friends. You never know. But that's just how the power works. That's the power that God got. So, and I don't know, a lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people probably don't believe in God, but that ain't my problem, and that ain't for me to deal with. But I'm going to tell you what I do with God. Shoot, I ain't got nothing but love for him. And that's just what it is. So, I can't make the next person believe in God. I can't make you love God. But I'm going to tell you what. You'll call on him when you need him. Even the people that don't love God end up saying, they'll get into a bad situation and it'll slip out their mouth. Oh, God, help me. Yeah, it happened in the word's ways. And if you've been through that, and you done dealt with that, then I know what I'm talking about. Because I've let a lot go in my life. I mean, and I was rough. I'm still rough, but it's always somebody rough. And right now, if you ask me, the roughest thing that we facing nowadays is an ink pen. An ink pen and a man or a woman sitting with a gavel in their hand, called a judge. And that judge get to make a decision over your life. And man, that's like the hardest. That's like the hardest of the hardest right there. So you want to know what's harder than a 45 and all the more big ass crazy guns everybody carrying? that motherfucking judge. And we ain't talking about no car. We ain't talking about the GTO, I believe. That's what car they call the judge. We ain't talking about that. We talk about the person that sit up there and got your life in their hands. The person that can sit up there and sentence you for your mistake that may have just been a mistake, or life just spiraled out of control for a second, and you ain't mean to take the route you took, but you ended up taking it, and now you're remorseful for it, and they don't care. Some judges can tell when you got remorse, but a lot of people, from what I done experienced in my lifetime, a lot of people, it's depending on the crime they committed. When they know they done committed a murder and they done killed somebody and they know they caught red-handed, they really don't have, them be the ones that don't have no remorse because they know what the hell they finna get. So they be looking like, have some remorse for what? This judge finna put me in jail for the rest of my life. So they'll sit there with that look on their face like, fuck the world, you know. And man, you just may not know that judge might be thinking in his head, if he gets that anger look and that tough look off his face, I just might give him some leniency and not put him in here for as long as he think I'm fit to. But when you look at certain guys, when you look at this stuff on TV, like them guys that killed that little rapper in Florida, 3-time Exion or whatever his name was, the guy that they tried to involve Drake in. They said, the judge said that just looking at them, he could tell that they didn't have no remorse for the crime they committed. And now, the driver had some remorse because the driver tried to just say, I was just driving. He trying to explain to say he really didn't know it was gonna go as far as it went. But man, it went too far because they killed the dude. They had a robbery they could have just been facing because they had got the bag of money. The dude had $50,000 in the bag. They took the $50,000. And after they took the $50,000, just looking at the video, that's the only reason why I'm even saying what I'm getting ready to say. They took the $50,000 and they could have just walked away and left. And he turned around. Instead of just leaving, he turned around. One of the guys turned around and walked back up to the car and just started shooting the man, killed him. And I know if I would have been there and I would have been a part of that act, man, I'd be in jail whooping that dude's ass. I ain't gonna lie, we've been in jail together. Man, I'd have been whooping his ass every day because I was saying, shit, we had the money. What the hell you kill him for? You ain't have to kill him. Shit, we took the money. We had the money. That was their goal, I guess, was to rob him. But no, that wasn't enough. And now they done got found guilty and they getting the rest of their life in jail. They want to bring Drake into it now. Drake, all the evidence pointing at Drake. And even though Drake got on Instagram and said that shit he said, man, a lot of people say shit and they ain't gonna do shit. And I don't really see Drake being no, I ain't saying he's soft or nothing, but like, he got money and all that, and that's what make a lot of guys, that's what turn a lot of guys into gangsters. They get their hands on a little money, and then, but they ain't never really been on shit. And you can look at Drake pretty much and tell that Drake ain't really get off into shit like that until he start hanging around people like Birdman and all them and Lil Wayne and them. Then he ended up, turning into a gangster because he was running around with gangsters. But they just knew he was a good artist, and that's all they was expecting out of him. If he would have been around when they was gangbanging, man, they wouldn't have took him on no motherfucking, on no hits or nothing with them. Cause he don't fit the motherfucking, he just don't fit. However you want to word it. He just ain't the kind that you take on stuff like that. Cause if it don't go right, you just about know what he gonna do. He go spill the beans out the pot. And I ain't saying that out because I don't know him, but I ain't dissing him. Cause I wish I knew him. I wish he was my buddy. But I wouldn't take him on no licks. Shit, I wouldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't do shit. I wouldn't do this shit for nobody nowadays. Cause all you gotta do is look at what's going on. Everybody that's got money that's trying to get people hurt, they the ones ending up in trouble. They want so bad to push Young Dolph murder off on Yo Gotti. But the only thing that cooled that heat down, if you personally ask me, is the fact that his brother got killed. So now they gotta look at it like, damn. They got the same work they gonna do against him, they gotta do in his favor now because he got a murder victim in his family, just like Young Dolph people got in their family. So now they gotta go and do the same work for him that they was doing against him. They gotta go and try to find who killed his brother. And and you ain't heard much about none of them no more. You all heard a whole bunch about Young Dolph in the music stuff. You might see some music come out that he done dropped, or somebody done put some music out that he never had put out, but he just not no everyday conversation no more. Now down there in his town, I'm pretty sure where he was at, they probably talk about him still. He's still being talked about there. But just worldwide, like Tupac been dead for 29 years. And everybody still talk about Tupac. You don't know too many kids that don't know Tupac. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti, the guy that owned Murder Inc. They say he died. He had some strokes. He had 3 strokes. And he died. They said he was on life support for a while. He was hanging on. They really didn't know like how bad it was, but it must have been badder than they thought because they reporting that he dead now. And he died from strokes. And that's so crazy to me because look how stuff just go. You know, he hated, I ain't gonna say hated, but he had a real big dislike for Ashanti. Cause Ashanti, you know, whatever happened between them, we don't know exactly what happened. I don't anyway. But I know that he was on TV and he ain't had nothing nice to say about it. So, you know, he ain't say nothing too nice about it. And Ashanti, pregnant, or was pregnant, she may have had a baby, I don't know. But she getting married to Nelly. She having a baby. So her life is good. She happy right now. And that brother done supposed to have died. And you know, I don't know how true it is because it was on the internet, but I'm pretty much believing that more than likely it was true because I know people do clickbait and do a lot of bullshit on social media, but where I seen it at, I take them to be credible with the information that they put out. So rest in peace to Irv Gotti, because Irv Gotti did a lot for the game. Regardless if he ain't get along with Ashanti or not, he put Ashanti on the platform, and Ashanti made a hit song and went platinum and all kind of stuff. And that man was the brains behind her whole career for real. And like when people like that make you can't never take that from them. You can't never, cause you go broke or you don't do the right thing with yours. You can't never get up. I mean, you can't never just take the credit away from the person who put you in the spotlight. I see people do that a lot. Master P put a lot of people in the spotlight, just as well as the Birdman. He put a lot of people in the spotlight. You know, even if they say this about them, say that about them, you still gotta give them credit for, cause your name would just be, you would just be a local person known in the hood. Yo, you wouldn't be nobody known all over the world. These dudes put dudes in position to where these guys be known across the world. They be known in all different countries. And while I'm talking about different countries, shout out to all the countries outside the United States that watch the channel. And for sure, I gotta definitely give a shout out to India. Big shouts out to India, because India told me I gotta visit. I had a comment from India that said, bro, you gotta come to India. And I'm on my way, India. So just treat me like family when I get there. Make sure I eat good. And make sure I rest good. And don't let nobody do nothing to me. And I love to come to India and walk around with India for a few days. And I hope India ain't got no beef with nobody. I hope the India ain't got no ops. I hope I ain't just make no enemies by saying I got love for India. Cause hey, yo, I got love for everybody. I got love for India, Africa, Anybody that tune into the channel and watch it and comment on it and show they love and be like, hey, you know, because Africa, I got mad love for Africa. Because, you know, I got the South African barbers. And over here in America, I meet a lot of Africans that be from West Africa. Most of them be from, they always be telling me, they say I'm from West Africa and I'm from, dang, it seemed like it started with an M. I want to say it started with an M, and I'm sorry, y'all, that I can't get it right, but a lot of times when I meet people, because I do a lot of, you know, I talk to a lot of different people from Africa because of the dogs. I be wanting to get in, and I be trying to meet people, you know, that know how to get these South African barbers from over there, and the ones who know where the reputable dealers is at over there. So shouts out to all my people that I, you know from Africa, because I actually got some friends over here in the United States that's from Africa. So I want to just give a big shout out to South Africa and West Africa. That's where my dogs at. And you already know I'm African American, so I got a lot of Africa in me. So I got to give shots to my people from in Africa. You can't never leave the motherland out, man. I don't care what race you is, you from Africa. Hey, and people hate that. People hate when you tell them, regardless of what you say, what you think, your people was born in Africa before they was born anywhere else. Your people come from the motherland. And a lot of people hate to accept that that's where they started. That's where they people started at. They come from Africa just like us. Shoot. The Garden of Eden is in Africa. Adam and Eve was placed in Africa when they was put on the earth. They was in the Garden of Eden. And that's over in Africa. So for people that don't know their history, yeah, the Garden of Eden is from Africa. A lot of people, you know, don't want to, even some black people will say, because, you know, I got big respect for Islam, but some black people will say, you know, that Adam and Eve wasn't the first people on earth. A lot of people try to find a way to make the Bible false. And, you know, I just don't get into them type of debates. But I'm going to say, I'm a Christian, of course, and I live through what the Bible say, but I also study Islam because I love my bays and my moles. You understand me? Because they be some intelligent brothers that know how to teach, and they know, you know, they know their history. Now y'all know I'm finna grab this bag of dog food. They finna go crazy. So go on and get ready for it. calm down a little bit. When I get ready to say what I'm finna say, I know this gonna put a smile on my big homeboy face, on my OG, one of my OGs. I know this gonna put a smile on his face. But to my OG, to my big homie, my partner LB, straight out of U City, born and raised, hey, he gave me a call today and we spoke. And he said, man, I watch you all the time, man. He said, man, I watch you all night long, man. He was like, man, I don't care. I be reading the comments that people drop. He said, man, you got the thoroughest pack of dogs I ever seen. He said, them people be talking that stuff. He said, but they can't take care of one dog. He said, man, you got 11 dogs at your house, and you take thoroughly care of all of them. And hey, that made me feel good as hell. Show you something. Now you see how crazy he acting. Watch this. Watch this. Hey man, go eat. Go eat. Hey, go eat. Eat your food. Eat your food. Go eat. Hey, go eat. Then I say, hey, go eat. Eat. Eat your food. Eat your food. Now, I can't keep it from being crazy. But you see how I tell him to go eat? Hey, go eat. Go eat. Hey, go eat. Go eat. Eat your food. Eat. And he's so crazy, he gonna keep knocking that shit out. But when I tell his ass to go eat, he gonna take his ass and eat like I tell him. Even though he'll come back and bark again, but he take his ass and he go eat. Hey, eat your food, man. Hey, eat your food. Hey. He's drooling at the mouth like a man. Eat your food, boy. All right, go eat, man. Go eat. Go eat. You knocking your food on and you wasting your food. Go eat. You go eat, you gonna have to get all that food. And you know damn well you're gonna want all of it. So go eat. Eat your food. Here go the food you knocked all out the damn cat. Hey, stop. Whoa. Hey, here. Hey, man. Eat your food, boy. Go eat. Go eat. Eat your food. And you know, he gonna bark just because everybody else barking. So he gotta show that he can bark harder. But I understand and I halfway respect his barking because I know why he barks. Don't nobody know the story with him. It's a story that comes with him. It's a story that comes with him. He got jumped on by all his siblings. So when he got older, he don't like none of them. He hate all of them. And you'll hate all yours if they jump on you like that. They jumped on him and tore his ass apart when he was a puppy. I didn't even know that they was fighting until I used to see them hesitating to go eat. When I let everybody out, all the tough ones to run straight over to the food. And you'll have one or two that'll be lagging behind. And that's how I would know that they was getting picked on. And I would know that they wasn't eating because they wouldn't want to go out with the rest of them. So I would take them and I would take them to the side and take them in the house and raise them. Because I knew that if I would have kept letting them go outside and with the dogs and they wasn't eating, I knew it would break their spirit. I knew it would break their spirit. That's why it's gone, man. So I always knew that I would take them out of there because I knew that if I left them in there, it would break their spirit eventually. So I take them out. If they got jumped on, I take them out, take them in the basement for a couple of months, raise them up, and then wait on them to make sure they keep their confidence, because they would still have it at the time. But I knew if they kept getting jumped on, that they would eventually have their spirit broke. So I always, anytime they start doing that stuff, I would automatically take them out of the environment because I knew it'll break their spirit, and the dog wouldn't be what it was supposed to be. And that's exactly why I did it, because see now, if I wouldn't have did that, he would just be a scary dog right now. He wouldn't be like he is. He'd be a dog with his tail between his legs and scared. But see, I took him out of that because I knew what was going on. I started seeing, and then when I started seeing that they was fighting too much, that's the reason I went and got all these cages. I spent a lot of money on buying these cages because I had to have them. I didn't want to have them. Shit, I was raising them out of cage. You can go look at all my old videos and you will see that I had about 17 puppies. I had about 17 puppies at one time, and all of them would sit down when they was 4 and 5 weeks old. I'd make all of them sit down at one time. That's on my old page. I wish I had that page for this channel, but I don't. But I'm gonna see if I can go back and somehow get that off that page and see if I could put it on this page. But yeah, I had all of them sitting down at one time. Every last one of them. Going outside. Go outside. Get your ass outside. Go. Go get your water. Get back. And go get your water. I would have all them. I would have all of them. I have all of them sitting down at one time. Every last one of them. And I'm talking about, it was about 17 of them. And they was young, 4 months old. And they would all be sitting down. That's why I'm able to have them like this, because if I didn't do the work I did, they wouldn't be able to just be in her like they are. You know, I had to train them to this. I had to teach them how to do this, to keep them from being stressed out and going crazy I had to straight up, I had to use my training techniques because I don't know too many people that can kennel raise dogs, and the dogs you know, do what they tell them, go in and out the cages without telling them. See, that be the difference with me. I ain't got to do nothing but open up that door, and I ain't even got to have no food. All I got to do is open up that door, and they go into their cages. Without me, I ain't got to wrestle with them. I ain't got to do none of that. All I got to do is open up that door, and they go get right in their cage without no ifs, ands, and buts about it. Every now and then, they may get a wild hair up their ass and don't want to go in there, but that's every now and then. That's like, that shit really don't, I really can't say that I ever seen it happen once I make them understand that this is what I want. See, when you make a dog understand what you want, that dog gonna do what you tell him to do, and that's just gonna be that, because a dog's job is to please his master. When you got a dog that's sick and you trying to heal your dog, you know you gotta come around them. You gotta be in good spirits, and then they'll be in good spirits, and they'll do what you tell them. You know, you tell them, hey, I'm sorry, I'm talking about when they were sick. You're in good spirits, they'll be in good spirits, and they'll do exactly what you tell them. And now, I've had a lot of experience. It's a lot of chances that you take when you don't kennel raise your dogs. It's a lot of different things that can really actually happen when you don't teach, when you just let your dogs just be out, especially when they're young and they learning. You know, I had a lot of dogs at one time, and it was actually these dogs' parents. They wasn't in cages. And what happened was, I used to leave them out and let them run around the basement. And I came home one day, and all of them were damn near dead. And the reason behind them, the reason behind them almost being dead was because they pried the top off of the basement drain, and they was drinking out the damn drain. And they were just being bad because they had water. They just was doing some bad stuff. And I came home, and their tongues were swollen, sticking out their mouth. They was dragging and scooting their back feet because they couldn't walk. And I was just looking like, what the hell happened? And I looked at the drain. I went by the drain and I seen the top had been peeled off the damn drain. And I said, these damn dogs done got in this drain, and they was drinking out the drain. And they didn't have to because they had fresh water. They always have fresh water. But they was just being dogs, getting into shit. And they was drinking, like I said, they was drinking out the drains. And I used to wash the floor down because they used to use the bathroom. And I used to have the chemicals that I would wash the floor down with, down the drain. And they pried the top off of it because the top wasn't supposed to really come off of it. I probably could have sued somebody. Because the top had holes in it and it wasn't supposed to came off because it was kind of screwed in. But shit, they pried that top off. And they did it all on their own. And so that's what happened to them. They got sick. I'm talking about their tongues. They couldn't put their tongues in their mouth. And there was some shit I had never seen before. And I was just looking like, damn, I gotta take 5 or 6 dogs to the damn vet. And I'm like, shit, I ain't, that shit costs a lot of money. And I ain't had the money, so I was just like, I gotta figure out what to do. And I always know anytime a kid or anybody get into some poison or anything of that nature, you're supposed to give them some milk and you're supposed to try to flush it out. So when I came home, it was like they seen God. They was so happy to see me. They was so happy to see me that they started whining and, you know, making as much sound as they could make. But they really couldn't do a lot because they was fucked up. They was messed up real bad. So, you know, I gave her some milk. Then I started just forcing water down their mouth and nose, and you know, I was squeezing their stomachs, and I made them use the bathroom a lot, and my son was telling me like, man, you gotta take him to the vet, Daddy. He said, I know you know a lot about dogs. He said, but this one is for the professionals. He said, man, they gotta go to the vet because they gonna die. And I said, they ain't gonna die. I said, you don't see how their spirit went up when they seen me? He was like, yeah, but they still gotta go to the vet. And I told my oldest son, I said, man, you wanna bet $1,000 that I get these dogs well? And he said, no, because I ain't going to take your money like that because you my old dude. And I said, it's cool. I said, hey, if I lose, I'm going to pay you. I said, but I guarantee you that they don't die. And he just said it again. He was like, Daddy, I know you know a lot about dogs, and you've been having dogs your whole life. He ready to tell me give me the teaching that I give him. He's been to repeat what I always say about my knowledge with dogs. And so he just shook his head and he went upstairs and no, he went home. He had moved out by then. He went home and the next day or so, I called him and I say, son, I said, look at this. And I showed him that I let him see him on it because we had iPhones. I let them see him and they was running around, wagging their tails, and they was back to normals. They was back to being they self, and he was like, how you do that? And I said, man, dogs have to be happy. When you make a dog, when the dog is happy, that's the number one. Just like a person. If you get sick A lot of times what we do when we sit back and we listen to music and we talk to our family members, and you know they crack little jokes and you try to laugh and you might cough a little bit and be like, man, get out of here, you gonna make me sick. And we sit up, and that's the same thing with dogs, man. You gotta make sure your dog's happy. My dogs, they live in her every day. They don't do no fighting and no arguing until it's time to eat. And when they see me, that's when they start doing all this shit. Normally, they be quiet like they is now all the time. They don't never do that until I come here and do my beginning part of my feed. Now, once I start feeding, then that's when they get loud, because they know it's time to eat. And they be excited. They just really be, that's just their ritual. Like, come on, let's get it in. He here now, come on. I want to show him who the tough. I want to show him that I'm tougher than you. And that's what they be doing when you hear them doing all this barking and all this acting like they finna fight. Because if I let them get to each other, they would fight. They'll fight like hell if I let them. I guarantee you they would. But I don't let them.
had punched something. You was messing with a dial or something, and it came up and then it went right back out.
You heard that little loud like noise?
Yeah, you was messing with a dial or something. Messing with something, and I can hear it, and it went right back out.
Look and see if you can hear me now.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Hold up.
Okay. Yo, testing 1, 2, 3, checker. Microphone checker. Can you hear me, bruh? Can y'all hear me? We back on, we good? Sound good? Mic on? Cause I need y'all to let me know. Let me see, I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, you all, I got you.
All right, I'm back on. Good.
All
right. We rocking. That's my security. He standing right outside watching. He watching, making sure nobody try to be coming while I be doing my live videos. He out there posted up with a motherfucker, this motherfucker big. Yeah. You gotta stay safe. You can't let them get up on us. Can't let them get up on ya. Cause I'm telling you, we'll bomb you like California. Tupac. California love. I told you it was all about who, and you wanted to get involved. But there's a Hudson Dice killer for all of y'all. You know I'm a large Tupac fan, and I got a lot of respect for Biggie Smalls. But ain't nobody messing with Pac, man. Pac put out too much music. He's still dropping shit right now. Pac might have something new come out tomorrow. He been dead for 29 years. Who can you compare to him? How can you compare somebody to him? But the way the world is today, they'll say Eminem can out-rap Tupac. They'll do some stupid shit like that. And I like Eminem, but I still never agreed with Eminem out-rapping Lil Wayne. That's just something I can't agree with. And I think Lil Wayne accepted it. Lil Wayne accepted that just because he lost. But I would have did the same thing Donald Trump did. I would have said I got cheated if I was Lil Wayne. Cause hey, Lil Wayne a rapping son of a gun. And I ain't saying it from no racist standpoint. Cause Lil Wayne black and Eminem white. No, I just feel like Lil Wayne he just bought a whole nother. Lil Wayne the reason all these kids gone crazy. Because he was the first one that started doing the word dressing and turning into the skateboard clothes. Once he started doing that and wearing them little different clothes, all these kids, everybody changed. Then 2 Chainz came to the game. He started wearing all them little funny looking clothes. And I know that the first thing they'll say is, you can't pronounce this shit I got on. No, I sure can't pronounce that shit. But I ain't gonna tell you that shit look good. I don't give a fuck if a shirt costs $50,000. That motherfucker looks, I would say you stupid for buying that ugly motherfucking shirt. Shit, I wouldn't give a fuck how much that motherfucker cost, and I wouldn't care who name on it. You should have left that at the store. You just wasted your money. You could have fed a whole country and you went and bought an ugly ass shirt. No, I ain't gonna agree with that shit. So ain't. You ain't gonna make me agree with it. And if Lil Wayne was in here fucking with me right now, I'd tell him and we'd laugh about it. I'd say, nigga, and 2 Chainz too. Shit. We ain't gonna fight. We just go Joe. I'll be like, man, old funny looking ass shirt. Cause that motherfucker say Versace on it. Nigga, that don't mean wear that motherfucker. You shouldn't even picked it. I don't even know. But I think half the time when dudes get dressed nowadays, especially all the dudes that dress funny, if we had to do a roll call of all the artists that be putting their little funny looking clothes on, I would have to say, I would have to tell each and every one of them that I believe when y'all be getting dressed in the morning or whenever you get up, I think y'all be high on some shit. I think you get high before you get dressed. That's all I say. Nigga, you was smoking before you put that shirt on this morning, wasn't you? That's what I say, shit. You had to be high when you put that shit on. You was smoking some of that good shit, wasn't you? Shit. That's what I say. Cause you ain't gonna make me agree and say, cause that shirt cost a whole bunch of money that motherfucker look good. Nope. I would say, man, you should have kept your damn money. Why you wasting your money on that type of shit? There's a whole bunch of shit you can do with money outside of buying some old funny looking ass clothes. And that's just the truth. I say, hey, what y'all say? How you gonna talk? You got orange and maroon. Hey, you got a point. Shit, but at least my shit is just, hey, it ain't no funny looking shit. It just don't match. Them motherfuckers that have a shirt on, that motherfucker have a butterfly on it. Then that motherfucker have a moon on it. Then that motherfucker have a crawfish on it. Then that motherfucker fuck around have a horseshoe on it, all kind of shit. Then it say true religion on it. It say true religion, and then it'll have some shoes that look just like the shirt. And that shit'll cost you $5,000, and you'll be walking around with that shit on thinking you really doing some shit. And you'll come down here. That's why we still need people alive like Richard Pryor and my mans that died a long time ago. That was the comedian, man, the real black dude that did Baby Kids. We need comedians like him alive, cause they'll dry your ass. You come around with some shit like that on. He gonna look at that shit and say, man, what the fuck? Richard Pryor really gonna dry your ass. You come to a comedy show with that shit on, you trying to get drove. You wear that type of shit to the comedy show just to get the motherfucker that's doing the comedy, just to get his attention. Well, I know damn well. I know if I knew how to jump. Riff. Yeah, you sure need people like Richard Pryor, and I ain't gonna lie. Kevin Hart probably ride your ass too. Kevin Hart fuck around. and flame your ass for wearing some shit. Cat Williams will dry you too. You come walking around with that kind of shit on. Cat Williams will really flame your ass up. Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, they'll flame you. You come walking around there with that old word looking ass shit on, boy, hey, you in for it. You in, you all the way in for it. Come on, go eat. Get your wild asses. These little dogs, boy, they just be ready. They just go. They in go mode. Y'all in go mode, then let's go. Let's go. Let's roll. But yeah, hey, and people know, and that shit be crazy though, cause hey, a motherfucker put that shit on and straight up think they fly as a motherfucker, cause that shit called Versace or, you know, some old stupid ass name on it. And I ain't said, you know, I ain't talking about them folks, cause they rest in peace. I think Mr. Versace guy, I think he probably passed. And they was part of the community that they was part of. And so I don't try not to talk about dead people. I'd like to let the dead rest. No matter what they was, they could be straight, crooked, sideways. You know, you could take their brain and put it in the bird, and the bird can fly backwards. If they did, I ain't gonna talk about them. That's just how I am. But if they alive and they wearing that stupid looking shit, man, I'ma dry their ass like they stole or something. Shit, I'ma dry you, I'ma talk to them, I'ma make you wanna fight me. Come on, go outside. Go with them, go. Go outside, little crazy girl, go. Come on, let's go outside. Go, come on, you go outside. Go, come on, y'all. What y'all go outside with them. Go, little girl. Damn, go get some water. Go get you some water. Don't let her drink up all that water. Quit licking in her ass and drink some water. Damn, you steady drinking water and shit. That's why your damn lips white. Well, if I ain't never seen a dog with white lips, that motherfucker lips ashy. Cause he keep on letting the damn girl drink the damn water and he just wanna smell her ass. And this motherfucker, his lips dry as a motherfucker. Excuse my language, his lips dry as all outdoors, should I say. Boy, you got some dry lips. Did you drink your water today? You know, nowadays people don't want to drink water. You better drink water, cause hey, when you don't drink water, you look like me. You look like me when y'all drink water. Shit, you see how I look? I just started drinking water. And I wasn't drinking water until I caught the damn flu. Once I caught the flu and that shit kicked my ass and they said you gotta drink a lot of fluids. You gotta drink a lot of water. I was buying so much water. Shit, I still got a whole bunch of that damn water. I started drinking water all the motherfucking time. And you know what? Water don't taste like soda. Water don't taste sweet like soda. It don't taste sweet like cranberry juice, apple juice, Kool-Aid. Water don't got no sweet taste to it. But I tell you the one thing, when you drink water, it lubricates your body good and it do all that shit. But the biggest thing I hate about when you gotta drink a whole bunch of water, don't lay down and go to sleep after you drink all that shit. And I guarantee you, you gonna get up and you gonna be pissing all night long. I used to get ready for them drug tests and shit when I was on parole and on probation and trying to beat the damn parole officer. Cause I know they gonna drop me if I come in there. They, you know, if they ain't dropped you in a while and you know it's coming, but you still be doing drugs and shit, and you know like they gonna drop you. So every time you go, you drink a gallon of water. Man, shit, I be pissing at the parole office. Them motherfuckers won't even call you in there yet. You in the bathroom pissing again. You like, damn. And you just hoping this shit work. You sitting in that motherfucker, waiting, hoping this gonna be the day they drop you because you done drunk all this damn water and you know you done flushed your system out. The motherfucker parole officer tell you to come in and then tell you, okay, stay out of trouble, have a nice day. And you looking like, damn, ain't you gonna drop me? That motherfucker, ain't you gonna give me a test, a drug test? That motherfucker looking at you like, I'm finna go to lunch. You like, damn. I drunk all this stupid ass water for nothing. This motherfucker ain't gonna even drop me. You be mad as a motherfucker. Like, man, you get to telling your partners about your shit. Your partners, you be like, hey man, hold up, pull over real quick. Take me to that gas station. He like, nigga, for what? My plates ain't right. Nigga, I gotta piss. Shit. Motherfucker be like, damn, nigga, you just pissed. Yeah, I know I gotta piss again. Why you gotta piss so much? Cause I drunk a gallon of water before I went to see my parole officer. Shit, hey, you know y'all the motherfuckers that been on parole and been on probation. Y'all know I know what the hell I'm talking about. Shit, motherfuckers gotta go see that parole officer, baby. It's time to be, you got to be ready, cause hey, motherfucker tell you, come on in the back, I need a UA today. And you been blowing and snorting cocaine and all that old crazy shit. And you like, damn, this motherfucker finna drop me. And you know damn well, if you drop dirty, it's time to go to, you gotta go to drugs. You gotta go to drug class every day. It's time to go to drug class. You got 5 days a week. Shit, they tell you they don't give a fuck if you got a job. Then you drop dirty. You gotta go to drug class from 8:30 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And you telling them, man, shit, I gotta pay my rent. Them motherfuckers look at you and say, you better be in drug class or you going back to prison. Boy, them motherfuckers don't be playing, boy. Shit. Y'all don't believe how crazy jail is. Go on my channel and go look at my interview that I just done 48 hours ago. It's gonna say Moberly inmate from Moberly Correctional Center. And watch how he tell you what jail is like. I asked him to tell me what jail was like before I even started the interview. I asked him, I said, man, what is that shit like in there? Now, cause I done been, but I've been at home for 5 years or so. And he said, man, an insane asylum. I said, huh? He said, man, this motherfucker like an insane asylum. I said, boy, that's a hell of a word to use to describe something. I don't know if anybody ever been in an insane asylum or not, but when you go in there, every motherfucker quiet. Everybody just looking at everybody. One motherfucker might be smacking on his gums, or another motherfucker be sitting there hitting his head up against the table. Another motherfucker be rolling on the floor like he got some damn, like he on fire. You just see all kind of shit in the insane asylum. And I'm like, that's the word he chose to describe jail. I'm like, damn. Whew. That's some scary shit. And it ain't scary because the people in there are crazy. It's scary because by the time you leave and come out of that motherfucker yourself, you might just be as crazy as everybody else. Shit, that motherfucking place, boy, that place will fuck you up. It was crazy when I was there. But I could only imagine what it's like now. I could only imagine all these little cats going in there, because there's a lot of young dudes going into the prison system, because look at the dudes that just killed the rapper. The oldest dude in jail right now is Puffy. Puffy the oldest nigga in jail right now. Look at Lil Durk, and look at Lil YM, Melly, and all them little dudes. Look at all the dudes that's in jail now that's rapping. And look at how old they are. All of them in their 20s. And there's a whole jail cell full of them. It's just right now they show the rappers that's in jail. But you got a jail full of youngsters, and don't none of them got no sense. They just in there acting like they in the free world. That's how crazy they is. Here it is, you in here for the rest of your life, and you running around this motherfucker cracking jokes and play fighting with people. And you ain't never going home. I don't understand. I never could understand that when I was in there. I couldn't understand that shit. I used to be looking like dog. I used to be asking the people that had some sense. I used to ask the people that had sense. I used to be like, man, do you think he understand he ain't never going home? And they be like, yeah, he know he ain't never going home. The reality just probably ain't kicked in yet. But once you start doing 20 years and shit like that, and you still ain't going home, that shit start registering then. When you know you done did 24 years. Anybody else be registering in their mind that they finna go home. Most people that's done 20 years, a lot of people that's done 20 years normally is on their way home. But you still got the ones that ain't on their way home that's done 20 years. Can you imagine what the fuck they be feeling like and thinking when they know they done did the time this person did, they done did they time 2 or 3. And that person on their way home, and they be sitting there looking like they still gotta stay, man. That shit be sad, boy. And it don't be no joke, man. And then when you have conversations with these guys, when you leave and you go home and they calling you and you in the free world, it's hard for you to know what to say to keep them balanced, man, because it's like, what can you say to a person? I'm glad I'm at the crib, or when you be in there, when you be locked up in there, you can't even really look at them and be like, man, I'm glad when I get out of here. You can't say that to a motherfucker that ain't never going home. They not trying to hear that shit. They don't give a fuck about you going home. They be looking at like, to them, that's damn near a form of disrespect. But it's a natural word that everybody in prison say. That's just a natural word, man. I'll be glad when I get the fuck out of here. But you know, they be looking like, and then y'all be conscious on what you saying. A lot of times, people don't be conscious on what they saying, because if they was, they wouldn't say that to them. Even though it ain't their fault that person ain't going home, but you still just don't want to just tell a motherfucker, you know, I'll be glad when I go home. And they ain't going home, man. People can't fathom. That shit is hard to take. I used to get mad when I used to see dudes going home and I ain't had shit but 12 years. But I used to see a motherfucker on their way home, and I used to be looking at them like, man, what you done? Huh? Move, little girl. I used to be looking at them like, damn, he finna go home. And I still had hella years left. And I be just like, I ain't even went up for parole yet. I be looking at them niggas like I got life without shit. Cause I just started on a 12-year bit. And I was going for parole for 8 or 9 years, 10 years. Cause you got the 85%. So, and you be looking at dude going home next week, you damn near tell him to stay away from you. They crack jokes and tell them, but they be serious. They'll tell them, man, stay away from me, nigga. You finna go home. Bowling girl. Get back. Get back. Bo. Yeah. They be, you know, they'll crack a joke and be like, oh, man, go on, get away from me, then you finna go home. And they'll laugh, but they be dead serious. They'll say it in a joking manner, but you can think they joking if you want to. They'll be joking shit. Them niggas be mad for real, like shit. Nigga, then you keep on running around them, trying to run around them like it's all good. Then next thing you know, a motherfucker fake a fall out with. And they so irie in there. Motherfucker be done gave you a black eye a week before you go home. Motherfucker slip up even if you whoop his ass. He get that sneak in on you and sneak you while you ain't looking, just to send your ass home with a ring around your eye. And it's hard to tell a motherfucker you whooped the nigga ass and they looking at your eye and your shit swole all up out your head, but you looking like, yeah, I whooped that nigga ass. Shit, I whooped that dude ass. Man, my person gonna look at you like, don't look like it. Shit, he talk about, they gonna be whispered. Talk about, he talk about he whooped dude. Look at his eye though. I wonder, then they gonna wonder if you was in there getting blasted. And you know what getting blasted mean. It mean that, yeah, getting blasted. They gonna look and be like, damn. I wonder, he came home with a black eye. Molder girl, get back. He came home with a black eye. They gonna be wondering if you was in that bug bending over. Shit. Cause you done came home with a black eye. I'm telling you. And then a lot of dudes in jail don't be knowing the game. They don't be knowing that. They don't be knowing that that's how they don't be knowing that that's how other dudes think in there. They don't be knowing dudes be thinking like, I'm gonna punch him in this eye before we go home. They really don't be thinking that dudes think like, they don't even know that dudes think like that. See, it's a lot of stuff you learn. It's a lot of stuff you learn in jail as you're doing your time. Cause there's some stuff you just don't know. And you gotta learn. You gotta learn it while you in there. If you ain't got common sense to say, I'm finna go home, let me lay back. I ain't finna be hanging around nobody. I ain't finna be doing no hanging or none of that. Cause when you getting ready to go home, the guards start plotting against you. Everybody start plotting. Everybody be trying to figure out how to make your last little days miserable, because they still got a whole bunch to do. And a lot of them got, a sentence left that they can't do. They sentence don't never stop. So they be looking at you, and they be looking like they gonna send you out of here looking crazy. With a big old swollen eyeball, you coming home with a black eye. And you explaining to people that you explaining how you won the fight. You try, but your eye sticking out your head, but you like, shit, hey, I served that dude. Motherfuckers be looking at you like, oh yeah. Next thing you know, shit, dudes calling they waiting on their cousins and brothers to call. They like, shit, I got a partner that's in that same penitentiary. I'm gonna ask him when he calls. Hey, your story better check out. Motherfucker better say, yeah, dude snuck him, man. Dude snuck him. Dude stole on him. Dude stole on him. And he whooped dude ass. Cause I ain't gonna lie. A motherfucker snuck me one time. He just ain't giving me no black eye. But he snuck me, and he was white. He was forced by his gang members to do it. And his dumb ass did it. And I beat the fuck out of him. So yeah, I ain't gonna say that a motherfucker always lose because he got snuck one. Because he had a black eye. But one thing I know, dude ain't giving me no black eye. And I done had a couple of black eyes. But I ain't ever had a black eye in prison. I fought my hardest. If I had a fight in there, I fought my damnedest. Shit, I made sure that a motherfucker knew you was in the fight. So yeah, because in prison, when they fight, y'all make sure y'all telling y'all kids about this shit. Because when you in prison and you have a fight, they try to knock your teeth out. They trying to make you go back out there because once you grown, your teeth don't grow back. So they trying to hit you in the mouth, and they trying to knock your teeth out. They trying to knock your eye out of the socket. They trying to really hurt you, especially somebody that got a long time. Them dudes don't play, man. They'll stab you in that motherfucker, man. They'll stab you. They'll really try to hurt you in there. They don't be playing. But if you know how to sit back and don't be trying to be all involved in everything, then you will be okay most of the time. But you got some silly people too that are just, I done seen dudes just get punched out of nowhere, like and wasn't even doing nothing to the person. They ain't had no problem with this person. This person just on his bullshit. And I seen a white dude break a black dude's jaw. The black dude just came home from school. And he walked in the housing unit, walked in his housing unit, and was going towards, his area. And the white dude had been geeked up on meth for like 2 or 3 days. And so he was coming down off of meth high, and he was just on some tripping shit. And he hit the black dude just out of nowhere. He just stole him out of nowhere while the dude wasn't expecting it. And he broke that dude's jaw. He broke that black dude's jaw, man. But I wasn't in there. I was in the next wing over. But I heard about it. And I asked him, because he was in the gang, and I ain't going to say what gang he was in, because I ain't going to let down and try to act like I'm shitting on that gang. But what I am going to say is his gang buddies didn't do what they were supposed to do. Because all them was talking about they getting ready to go home and they don't want to catch no more time. And I go home in 6 months. I ain't finna get down on that dude, man, and fuck up my out day and your partner eating all the straw. That shit ain't happened to the dudes I used to hang with. But my guys wasn't going for that shit. You put your hands on the dudes I was running with. Our motto, and this is real shit. Our motto was, dirty, we'll get home when we get there. That's what we used to say. So we didn't care about catching no access time. If you put your hands on one of us, man, we going to work on your ass. So that's just the bottom line. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We ain't got nothing to talk about. We come to see you. And that's how it used to be. And so we never had problems because people knew that we meant what we was talking about because we demonstrated it already. And my homeboy, he back in one of my partners who was my straight up road dog, he back in jail. Free Baby J, that was my partner for Wellston. Free Baby J. Baby J got out, man, and I don't know what happened, but he went back to jail. I had spoke to him, and when I heard about it, come on, get on, come here, girl. Get on in there, come on. Get on in there. Thank you. You see what I'm talking about? I ain't got the makeup going there. All I gotta do is tell him to come on. Come on, man, let's go. Come on, boy, come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Good boy. Come on. You ready? 1, 2, 3, up. Get in there. All right. But yeah, man, so my partner, man, he back locked up. But yeah, we used to be in that mode, man. We used to go in people's cells and just beat them. If you played or disrespected or said anything out of line, we in your shit. And it might be more than one of us. It ain't no telling. It might be 2 of us, it might be 3 of us. But we gonna get our point across, and everybody else understood that them guys was nothing to play with. Don't play with them. Don't start nothing with them because they own that. And so that's how we survived. And we made it through that off that model and that model alone. And we didn't have worries, man. And it would be, come on, boy. It would be multiple of us multiples of us. It'll be Crips, Bloods. You know, you know, we might know. Yo, I ain't never really seen a lot of vice lords in Missouri prisons, but you will get GDs and now, if I was to bet and I went back to jail after all the rap stuff and all the rap music and the stuff that's out now, they probably saying they BDs now. Cause I ain't never really heard, I heard of, when I was in jail, I'ma say, I heard of black gangster disciples, like BGD, black gangster disciples is what they would call themselves in prisons over here in Missouri. But on the rap scene, and you watch rap and you looking at Lil Durk and them, I see they go by like BD, black disciples. But over here in St. Louis, them dudes that was banging or was part of the organization of them, they used to call themselves GDs. And a lot of them used to say, "What's up, G?" Or, you know, something like that. They ain't used to say, what's up, BD, or nothing. They used to be like, "What's up, G?" So they used to be claiming gangster disciples, and they wasn't really saying black disciples. They were saying gangster disciples. But I'm willing to bet you that today, now in the prison system, I guarantee you that they saying BDs. They said what the rapper's saying now. And I guarantee you they is. Cause you already know gangs is a lot of time gang members is just followers, man, and that's how they end up being in the gang, cause they trying to be like somebody they see. And some of them be in gangs just because they think it's fun or they think it's the thing to do, but when you in jail and you in the gang, it ain't like being in the gang on the streets. When you in jail and you in the gang, if that gang have a problem, you got to get down. Cause if you don't, they gonna whoop your ass in there. They gonna say you ain't help. And you probably gonna be going home in a couple of weeks. They don't care. Only time they probably will give you a pass is if whatever they got going on, they win. If they don't win and they lose, oh man, that's when they start whooping their own. Because they figured they could have won if everybody would have participated. Which I understand that clear as day, because that's true. Because the way we was in our, that's why we used to win, and we wasn't no certain type of gang. We had a mixture of gangs. We was more of a brotherhood that was from different areas, but everybody had respect for each other. Everybody was real. So that was the reason we even got down together, because everybody was just real. Like, everybody was cool with each other. Everybody was real, man. Wasn't none of that faking. You know, you a real dude, so we fuck with you. You know? And we don't say, hey, look, we want you to be what we is. No. Cause we wasn't nothing. We just all hung out and we just be known to run together. Oh, that's such and them partner. Or that's such and them partner. But we didn't go up under no names or no, oh, they this or they that. No, we ain't go up under none of that. We used to just, you just was just heard, and you would know if you get into it with him, you already know who coming. You already know. Oh, that's such an them partner, man. You know they gonna get in there, and that shit used to keep a lot of problems from happening because dudes knew that each person had a big influence over other people. And so if you tell a person, if two of the wrong people get into it and it's gonna set the prison off, people knew how to get into the middle with shit and say, hey, listen, y'all, nah, y'all can't do that because that's gonna make the jail fly. And when I say that's gonna make the jail fly, that just simply means that's gonna create a riot because them dudes ain't going for it and them dudes ain't going for it either. So, and everybody from each side is gonna get involved. And now you talking about a real situation. Now you got a real situation because knives gonna come into play and all kind of shit gonna come into play because that shit not real. And I mean like, and I'm serious. Motherfuckers gonna go get that iron and they gonna use it. Shit, you in the right jail, you can know that it's a possibility that you gonna get stabbed. You get into it with the wrong people. Cause there was a strong dude from St. Louis. He was an older guy in there. A lot of people know him. He went by the name of Mo Eddie. I believe he's free now on the streets. But Mo Eddie got stabbed up by some guys from Kansas City. And they stabbed him while he was in the shower. And man, them dudes couldn't go to no prisons. And they finally got to a prison and got on the yard. And they got attacked. They ain't get killed or nothing, but boy, they paid dearly for what they did to that man. And you know, everybody in the jail system, the guards, the staff, everybody knew like that was a big mistake y'all made. And they thought they was doing something slick. And them dudes probably still in jail. They probably still in jail because I'm pretty sure, no, we was at a lower level. What camp was that at? That was at, no, I think that was at Charleston. That might have been at Charleston. Yeah, I think that was at Charleston. That was a level 5. I believe that happened there. But that don't matter because if it was a level 5, the only point I'm making is they probably had a real long time left in prison. And that was a bad decision because if they had all that time left in prison and they did something to a person of that status, you're going to have a hard bit. You're going to have the rest of your time in jail going to be hard. You're going to always be getting stabbed. But you're going to always be getting beat up. until you get out or until somebody actually take your life. That's why you gotta know when you in jail, you can't be jumping this shit. You can't just be, oh man, you can't just jump into some shit and help somebody. You don't know what's going on. You gotta know who you getting involved with. You gotta know who you touching. Cause shit, you touched the wrong motherfucker, boy. I promise you gonna regret it. I guarantee you regret it. It's gonna be a lesson learned. That's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be a lesson learned. It's gonna be a valuable lesson learned. Cause they'll never do that again. And I bet you, if them brothers still in jail right now, I guarantee you, they still having the hardest time in prison. I guarantee you they is. And I ain't dissing Kansas City, because I'm going with the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. But they shouldn't have touched that. They shouldn't have touched OG. Because OG, he had a rep through the prisons. And everybody knew him and everybody respected him. And that's why I don't know what made them dudes do what they done. I never could understand what the hell was they thinking about. And like I said, it ain't about not being no bitch. It's about using your head. You gotta be in this motherfucker for 25 years, nigga. You wanna lay back and do your time. You don't wanna be fighting every time you go to child or every time you go to the gym to try to exercise. Somebody running up on you, trying to put something in you. 3 or 4 dudes running up on you, beating your ass out of nowhere. Soon as you come out, you know, that shit ain't comfortable at all, but that's how jail go. Shit, you fuck with the wrong person, you get the wrong person business, it's gonna become your business now. That's what they gonna tell you, this your problem now. You wanna help them out? You got something to say? Okay. Now this your problem. And I guarantee you, the motherfucker you taking up for, he gonna get the fuck out of it. He gonna fuck around and go check in and leave you on the yard to get your ass whooped all the time. And he gonna go check in and red tag and get the hell off that camp. And you gonna still be out there talking about some, man, I should have never helped this nigga. I should have never got in that shit, cause he just left. He left. He left me hanging. These dudes, now I'm in tour with these dudes all the time. Yeah. That's how it goes. And you correct. You shouldn't have stayed. You should have kept your ass out of that shit. But no. Shit, when my homies call, you gotta make sure your homies is right. And your homies wasn't on no bullshit. You gotta make sure your homies ain't steal nothing out somebody's locker. When you start taking up for them, your partner steal somebody's clippers or steal some canteen out somebody's locker while they gone. And then they find out who done it, and you go step up and help them. And you stupid as hell. That nigga shouldn't have been stealing it. You ain't eating now potato chip. You ain't eating now cookie. But you in the middle of this shit. And he check in and get the hell out of Dodge because he can't handle it. And you still stuck fighting and he gone, man, you gonna feel stupid as hell. You gonna feel so stupid. I'm telling you, you gonna be like, man, I sat there and helped this nigga and he checked in. He checked in and left. He checked in and left. And now these dudes jumping on me. Every time I see the light of day, every time I get out the hole, you going right back. Cause you fighting about some shit he done. And he gone now. He escaped because he was scared. You stuck fighting his battles. And I mean literally. And when I say stuck fighting his battles, I mean literally stuck fighting his battles every damn day for the rest of your time there. Cause they don't let up. If they got life and you got life and y'all have a problem with each other, that shit don't never end. Y'all gonna fight the whole rest of the time y'all there. That's just how prison goes. Ain't no we gonna squash it. We gonna say fuck it. Nah, that ain't how jail go. Every time y'all see each other, you might as well put your shit down and go on and just run up on them. Cause that's what he gonna do to you. And if you do want it to be over with, the best thing you could do is you better down there beat the life out of them. You might as well catch another 10 years for a major assault. Because if not, I'm telling you, they're gonna ride your ass. They gonna ride your ass. That shit don't never, it ain't gonna never stop. Nigga, you gonna have enemies forever in that motherfucker. And then this the thing. So many people come to jail so often that you don't never know. It could only be, at one time, it could only be 5 or 6 dudes. And then you look up, it's 20 of them because all they partners coming to jail. All they partners getting caught doing shit. Now, they in that motherfucker 15 deep. And it ain't nothing but 2 or 3 of y'all. And now, it's 15 of them in here because every motherfucker, all of them coming to jail now. And you the lucky motherfucker that got a problem with them. It's right up your alley. It's your lucky day. Come on, Colors. What's up, man? You get some water? Come on. Go down here. Come on. It's your lucky day that you the motherfucker that got all the beef with these niggas. They in here now. It's 15 of them in here now. And it's only 3 of y'all. Shit, you like, man, what the fuck? And every time they see you, you know what time it is. Shit, you already know. You ain't gotta guess if y'all finna fight, nigga. Yeah, we finna fight. And don't act like you soft and scared, cause they really gonna kick your ass. That ain't gonna do nothing but make them even stronger. They like, oh, that bitch ass nigga scared. That nigga won't even come outside. Oh, when we catch that nigga, we fucking him up. And don't get to where your people can't send you no money. And you gotta go to chow and eat. You gotta go to the cafeteria and eat because you ain't got no food in your locker. That's where everybody get caught at that got a problem. Sitting in the cafeteria eating with their head down, especially on the days they serving. You know, on 4th of July, they give you hamburgers. Everybody go to chow on 4th of July. And them dudes be so strategic. They'll sit back and they'll be the last ones to come to chow because they know you gonna be sitting in there eating. Or they might come to chow first and go get some seats somewhere where you can't see them. And if you don't know how to jail and you don't know how to find nobody, because dudes send messages. Dudes will go eat on one side just so you can't see them because prison, so they got prison divided up. They got a white side that white folks eat on. They got a black side. And it ain't nothing that the staff made. It's the inmates doing. The blacks just automatically know to go over there, and the whites automatically know to go over there. But then on each side, you might have a couple of blacks, and on the other side, you might have a couple of whites. That's just how that shit go. But then the dudes, they eating on the other side because they don't want you to see them in there so you can be comfortable. But as soon as you come in there, a motherfucker get up, walk to the other side, and tell you, yeah, he in here. He over there eating. Or it's so fucked up, the guards might tell you. They might have the guards to tell them. A guard will walk up and say, yeah, he over there eating now, and walk off. And next thing you know, motherfuckers sitting there eating their sandwich. The sandwich good to them. Probably got 2 sandwiches. Sandwich good to them because they barely get hamburgers once or twice a year. Fuck, eating that sandwich, I ain't thinking about nothing. And all of a sudden, motherfucker run up and just, and just keep going. And keep going and keep going. And guards talking about, stop, get off of them, I'ma spray you. And motherfucker just steady hitting your ass. They don't give a fuck about that guard spraying them. Because if that guard get too close, they gonna hit the guard. And the guard know it. So that guard ain't gonna put his life on the line for you. He gonna wait until that dude get tired of stabbing you, or he gonna wait until 15 guards run up in there to help him. Then they gonna rush you. And by then, you gonna have more holes in you than a motherfucking, I don't know what type of example to use. What can you use? You gonna have more holes in you than one of them trucks that them people under that them rappers got killed in. Mm-hmm. You gonna be bleeding from so many different holes. It's gonna be hard for them to patch you up. Yeah. And you can think I'm just trying to scare you or I'm just saying something, and all prison really ain't that bad. Okay. Okay, you right. It ain't that bad. Go in there and get into some problems. Prison ain't that bad, though. That ain't no lie. It ain't that bad. But it's that bad once you get into the wrong shit. Then it get that bad. Once you start having problems with the wrong people, then it gets that bad. Yeah. Once you have a problem with the wrong person, then it get that bad. Like I said, dudes knew not to play with me and my guys because me and the guys that I rock with, motherfuckers gonna put that work in. They ain't gonna do no playing. You gonna get your ass, we gonna whoop your ass. You gonna know that you fucked around with the wrong person. And if you don't believe me, all you gotta do is go find some people in jail that know me and go ask them. I used to get into problems with people, and I have all kind of gangs helping me, and they'd be like, who is he that every gang help him when he get a problem? Every gang come out and help me if I get into it with somebody. I have all kind of different people. They'll get along that they ain't even supposed to be getting along. But they gonna get along on the strength of, I got a situation going on. Man, what you do over here, man? Yeah, you did that. And that ain't, no, I know what that is. That's this cardboard. Because you took a leak on this cardboard. This cardboard had piss on it. And it smelled like piss. I gotta change that cardboard. Because I know that's what that is. I thought that it just smelled like piss on there, but no, that's now that I remember. That's that cardboard that you pissed off with your little bad self, even though that's what I want you to do. You did the right thing. Keep pissing outside. Don't piss in the cage. Piss outside of it. And that way I ain't gotta do nothing but pick up the cardboard. And put it up. And I really just be trying to save people from having a whole bunch of problems that they don't know they don't want for real. Cause when you go to jail and you gang banging, you ain't promised to make it home from jail. When you go to jail, anybody that's been to jail will tell you, you ain't promised to make it home. You ain't got necessarily come home. Yeah, that shit don't work like that. Everybody don't make it home. A lot of people have died in jail from the medical is poor. The medical poor. And they think that people in medical, they think you just coming up there because you want to lust off the nurses. I damn near died in prison myself. And And the reason and the way I almost died, and this is a real story. I ended up having high blood pressure. And blood pressure is hereditary in my family. And I didn't develop blood pressure until I was in my 30s. And I had high blood pressure. And I didn't know it. And one night I had a real bad headache. And it was so bad, I ain't know what was wrong with me. I thought I was finna die. And I went up to the guard. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I went and told the guard, I said, man, I need to go to medical. And he looked at me and told me to go back to my living area. And I told him, I said, man, I need to go to medical, dog. I said, man, I feel like I'm finna fall out or like I'm finna die. And he looked at me and told me again, I said, go back to your area. That's a directive. If you don't, I'ma lock you up. And I'm like, sir, I'm telling you, I feel like I'm finna die, man. I need to go to medical. And I was like, call me a white shirt. I said, because I'm not going back to my area. And I sat on the floor, on a dirty ass floor, and leaned up against the wall because my head was hurting that fucking bad. He finally called the white shirt like an hour later. And they took me up, they escorted me up to medical. It was about 3 o'clock or so in the morning. And they got me up to medical, and my blood pressure was, it was like 200, over 200 and something. And they was like, they gave me 4 pills to take. And when they gave me that 4 pills, it shot my blood pressure all the way down. And all I remember was waking up. I woke up, they got my blood pressure stabilized, and they had me, they scheduled me to see the doctor, and they put me on blood pressure medicine. But they told me if I wouldn't have got there within another certain amount of time, I would have had a stroke. And that's a true story. And the man thought I was just playing. And because you get inmates sometimes that want to go up to medical and look at the nurses and jack off and shit in the middle of the night. People do crazy shit. That's how they do their time in there. And you can't never diss nobody because, hey, it's hard to do that shit. That shit ain't easy to do. Shit, that shit hard to do. And that's what happened. Motherfucker thought I was just bullshitting and wanted to just go up there to medical and be on some creep shit. And I'm damn near dead, dying for real. And then when he came to work the next night, he come walking past my area and gonna look at me and say, hey, who's you? I apologize. I ain't know that you was that sick. I looked at him and said, man, I want to tell him, man, if you don't get the fuck away from me, man. I ain't say shit to him. I just looked at him like, man. And I ain't say shit because it was just going to create a problem. I just looked at him. And I told it, in my mind, I told him, man, fuck you. That's how I excuse my language, but that's how I felt. Because he damn near let me die. Rest in peace to my partner, Big Mo, one of my card partners. He died in prison because his stomach kept bothering him and he kept throwing up blood. And he kept spitting out blood. And he went to medical and they told him that he had an ulcer. And they started giving him medicine for an ulcer. And then he turned around and died. And they sent his body out to his family. And his family had their own autopsy done on him. And it came to find out that he had got a tooth pulled like 10 years prior to that while he was in prison, because he had been in there for probably 25 years or so. He had got a tooth pulled, and the dentist didn't pull his whole tooth out. He left a piece of tooth in his gums, and that tooth created some type of poison, and it was going down through his system, and that's what killed him. And they was telling him it was an ulcer, and the whole time he had poison in his system from a decayed tooth in his gum, and he died. So, like I said, you ain't promised to make it out of prison. Nobody is. And if you depending on them to get you out, you really gonna die. You gotta know how to take care of yourself, just like they talk about all. But yeah, man, that shit crazy, boy. But that shit real as hell. Man, I'm glad y'all joined me, man. This one over with. I'm done. I might if y'all stick around, I actually gotta let these other dogs use the bathroom, but I gotta take some trash and move some trash around and get this trash out. So I don't know if you see all the dogs sleep now. They done ate, used the bathroom, every last one of them sleep. All of them sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sleep. I got 7, 8, 9, 10 left to get out and use the bathroom because they waiting on me. So before I do that, I got another job to do. I would take y'all out there with me, but that shit takes so long. And it's raining. Boy, it was raining. That if y'all want to hang, y'all can hang again. Y'all can hang and y'all can check out the dogs if you want to. I don't know. It's on you. I'll let y'all see Colors for a little while. I guess Colors chilling. Colors look like he might still be woke. I'll be back. It's gonna take me about 10 minutes or so to do what I gotta do, so it might take longer, but if you wanna hang, I'll let you hang, and you can check Colors out. Let me see Colors. Colors won't let you look at them. He'll let you look at them.